So today, Bungie dropped a new video documentary that detailed a lot of stuff that we're going to be seeing in Lightfall coming up. But while it wasn't all brand new reveals, it was still plenty to keep us motivated and excited for the expansion. So let's talk about it. Hey, I'm GingerThrust, and welcome to the first full video of the new channel. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that on an old channel, I was making recaps of the weekly This Week at Bungie posts that would come out on their website. But with the institution of all the YouTube handle stuff, I decided to just have a fresh start with a new channel and do cool stuff, I guess. So if you're not already subbed, don't do it yet. Let me provide something called value before you decide to sub. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about this video. So this ViDoc has several bite-sized chunks that review different aspects of the Lightfall expansion. Parts that cover Neomuna, the city we're going to be exploring a little bit on the upcoming Season of Defiance, weapons and armor and that kind of thing. But first, can we just shout out Bungie for putting pronouns in everybody's title card in this video today? Like, Bungie's always ahead of the game when it comes to adequately showing and recognizing diversity. So first up, we are given a bit of a recap as to why we are in this situation we're in now in the game. It's reviewing that the Witness's fleet is here in our system attacking us, and we are trying to push back on multiple different war fronts here. The devs stated that they wanted to create a sense of an active war scenario in this instead of us passively jumping in on the backside of missions and campaigns. I get this feeling that we're going to be actively leading several different combat scenarios in this, so I'm really excited about that. This is probably some of the most visual cuts of the Witness that we've ever seen. They keep showing off a bunch of different cutscenes, so I guess we're gonna see a lot more of the Witness in this coming expansion. We also got to look at Callus in all of his disciple garbed glory now. The man looks even more ridiculous than he did many years ago when we cut him down in the Leviathan raid. Next, Bungie went over a quick review of Strand and dove a little bit into the concept of it. The idea of Strand is that it's a subclass that pulls something from nothing. You're weaving the different threads that hold our world together sort of behind the scenes. So then they went over quickly the three different versions of this depending on which class you're running. So if you're a hunter, you're going to be running the Thread Runner with a Silk Strike super, which is the rope dart that you see here. Looks really cool. Kind of makes me want to touch up my hunter now. The Titans are going to be known as the Berserkers. Their super is the Blade Fury, which has unlimited number of light attacks and then a heavy attack that sends waves out in front of you. Finally, the Warlock is the Broodweaver, who manipulates the Threadlings, which look like living creatures within Strand itself. The super is called Needle Storm, so it's going to be a bunch of needles that go out, vaporize enemies, stick in the ground, and then become Threadlings at the end. Later, Bungie went into more detail on the grappling hook. So the grappling hook is actually going to replace your grenade slot. I don't see any indication that this is going to be something that is on a large cooldown, though we'll have to kind of wait and see when the game actually drops. They did say that in order to compensate for removing your grenade ability, there's going to be a grapple melee. So you're going to be able to grapple onto an enemy, pull yourself towards the enemy while you're stunning them, and then do this really dope Falcon Punch to cause a lot of damage. Next, we got a deep dive into the city of Neomuna, and I'm going to be honest, this is probably the most excited I've ever been to explore an environment in Destiny. Like, the Witch Queen environment was kind of cool from a gothic standpoint, but I'm a huge synthwave and neon person, so this is everything I ever wanted in an environment. I see myself exploring every corner of this. They gave several examples of different environments within Neomuna. There's going to be a beach whose sand is made purely of diamonds. There's the full-on city part. They even went into a couple of specific locations, including one of the lost sectors that's known as the Thrilladome, which is going to be inside of an arcade, and I just think that is amazing. Also, there's going to be a pond where we get to visit many a puka, and by the way, puka are the floaty fish things that you've seen with the Exo Stranger, so now we get to see more than one. Bungie also showed us that on the other side of the city is going to be where Callus's ship is docked. That's supposed to be an area with a lot of destruction in it. it. We did get the name of Callus's ship. It's going to be called the Typhon Imperator, and it's going to be docked in a location on New Yamona called the Ahimsa Park. We also got a good look into Cloud Striders. We got the names of two that we're probably going to be interacting with a lot. There's an older Cloud Strider named Rohan and a younger one named Nimbus. And I don't know about you all, but I'm getting serious Silver Surfer vibes from the Cloud Striders. Finally, they showed us a deeper look into the Tormentors. They quickly described the grab mechanic, which is a first for Destiny. No boss has ever actually grabbed us before, and it detailed just how scary they're trying to make that seem. Then we shifted a bit over to the other side of the solar system with Season of Defiance. Bungie devs detailed that Season of Defiance is going to take place on Earth and the surrounding area. Earth is going to be heavily invaded by what looks to be the Shadow Legion, so seasonal activities will probably take place around that area. We are getting the return of Devram K as well as Petra. I really like how Bungie does a seasonal story alongside a new expansion story, so it doesn't like try to force a side mission kind of thing directly into the main campaign you're trying to play, so you're fighting on two separate fronts here. Bungie devs showed us a little bit more about each of the exotic pieces that have already been revealed. We started with the Warlock leg armor Swarmers, where you can destroy tangles that you generate from killing enemies, and when those are destroyed, they send out strand threadlings to other enemies. Then there's the Hunter helmet that we're getting, the Sotorachne's facade, where when a hunter uses the grappling hook, they get woven mail that will upgrade flinch resistance on every shot except a shot to their head. We also went into a little bit of detail on the Titan boots, the Abayant Leap, but these boots will actually send out 3 separate smaller waves for a wider area to suspend enemies. The developers quickly talked about the Void heavy machine gun Deterministic Chaos, in which every 4th round puts a different Void debuff on. Then we talked about the Strand sidearm Final Warning that shoots out homing rounds. Another really cool deep dive that we got into were some of the upcoming features. Mainly, they showed us an upgraded look at the loadout screen. So as you can see here, there's going to be a quick view on the left side of the regular inventory where players can get a quick glance at everything they have going on, from armor to weapons to mods. But there's going to be a more in-depth screen that you can go to in order to really work on fine-tuning your builds. We quickly saw a screen for the Guardian rank system, so this looks like to be kind of reminiscent of the Triumph books from Destiny 1 in my opinion. Then we finally saw a quick screenshot of the commendation system, but I want to call something out here real fast. Look at that armor. We've seen the regular Lightfall armor that's on the title card for everything, but what about this other red armor here? Most likely this is probably going to be ornamental armor that you get from the season pass, but what if it's raid armor? I think it looks pretty dope. And then to wrap up this entire video, Bungie capped it all off with talking about how obviously we're leading up to the finale with the final shape expansion that's going to come out in 2024. They said that we're probably going to have more questions by the end of Lightfall, but they're really trying to build this universe outside of the Light and Darkness saga that we've been playing through for almost 10 years now. I'm really excited to see what kind of story elements we're going to be opening up here, especially with that incredible season finale that we got to see earlier this week. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope you got really excited by any of this stuff here. I'm super stoked for Lightfall. I cannot wait for it to come out. So go ahead and let me know in the comments what you're most excited about for it. Also, if you have any lore speculations, I'm always down to hear people's theories on what's going to happen in this game. On this channel, I post a lot of shorts about lore deep dives from each of the gear pieces that come out. I call them 60-second lore stories. So you can catch all of those on this channel as well, which is why you should probably subscribe at this point. If not for me, do it for Puka. He's so cute. Also, just as a shameless plug, I do live streams on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. I do all the Destiny stuff, Apex, single player games. So you can find more of this face on there as well. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.